Hello and welcome along to what I think will probably be the finale of this Cricket 22 Ashes series with me, Daniel. We're back for part 12 today and it is a big one. If you followed the last episode, you'll know I was getting frustrated for all the wrong reasons because we were actually doing really well, but Australia's AI performance was starting to worry me a little bit. But today, we're going to either look to finish the job or we're going to get rattled out in spectacular fashion. So if you're looking forward to seeing which it'll be, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM22 content from two long-term stories. We're coming towards a thrilling end in the head coach this season. That's up in the eye above, as well as the Hemel save where we've got a transfer special tomorrow. And we had our New Year's message yesterday, so please check that out. See what's to come in 2022 and look back at the last year if you haven't done that already. But a massive thank you for your incredible support, all the playlists, the podcast and Twitch up in the eye above. But there's only one place to be. Let's go and have a look at the scorecard. It's the final session of day 4 at the Gabba. And I'm hoping we might be able to secure an England victory. Probably the only one they're going to get this Australian summer. And my first Cricket 22 video of 2022 looks like it's going to be the last in the series because of this. This is what happened in the last session. We were 0 for 0 when we came back. And we met awful Australian bowling lines. Now, I've mentioned it before in this series, I'm a bit of a test purist. I like to see good blocks. I like to see balls left on off stump very well. The issue we have here is that a lot of the deliveries have drifted to the leg side. They've been shorter than the length. They've basically made it very easy because they haven't then had leg side fielders for protection. And the fields they've set haven't matched the balls they've been bowling. So that's where the frustration has come. We did lose 2 wickets. Hamid for 7, left one that just clipped the top of off stump. And then Dawid Malan out for 97 when chasing his century to the leg side. Root had a slower start to his innings, 8 off 23. Burns going at almost 1 a ball. It does seem to be more of a problem to the left-handers. I've got to say that from doing one career mode with a left-hander and one with a right. And from this series too. The left-handers seem to be able to score more quickly. We even saw it with Ben Stokes in the first innings when the bowling was a little better. But 193 for 2 means we now need 123 runs. If they continue to bowl as they did in the last session, we'll get them tonight. If Nathan Lyon bowls a lot of them, we might get another episode. But either way, we should be able to win this match. Although England have lost 8 runs for 123 before. So let's not get too excited. We've got highlights to come from the last session of day 4. And then we'll find out if we're going to the final day. If we do, surely it won't be for long. But let's go and crack on with the last session after tea and see if we can get the job done. Well, immediately some good news in that Cummins is going around the wicket to the left-hander. But let's see where the line is. No, too easy again. It wasn't well connected, it's got to be said. It was pretty late on the shot, a little bit rusty. I haven't actually played the game for about a week now, over the Christmas period. But Pat Cummins, good delivery to start. Just had a little change of pace. Burns runs through for a single off the edge. Immediately, he's back over the wicket to Root. He beat the outside edge with the first ball at him. And it is looking a little better. I should say, as we big edged one there, that's over the top of the wicket keeper, is it? No! Oh! Things getting interesting. A little late on the shot, a little rusty at the start of the afternoon session. Or the evening session, I should say. And the third ball has been edged up in the air by Joe Root, the skipper, who is out for 8 runs. I thought it had beaten the wicketkeeper, who gets back brilliantly, Alex Carey. And England, well, that's changed, hasn't it? 194 for 3 now. Certainly a bit more work to do. I have got to say there's been a small update to Cricket 22 since the last episode, but seems to have had a big effect. Ben Stokes in, 2 left-handers, and Rory Burns back on strike. 2 balls to go in the over. Cummins, the skipper, is giving us a torrid time here. We've thick-edged one again. This time it's gone over the top of the keeper. It's gone for 4. And we needed that. But this is looking really worrying. We cannot afford to lose wickets. And I think we might just have to defend here. Because the last thing we want is to try and get out when the field is pretty well spread. It beats us anyway. Great over Cummins. Somehow goes for 5. But the wicket of the skipper, Joe Root, means it might get a little harder. The screen's disappeared. And it's back as Nathan Lyon comes into Ben Stokes. Gotta say, not what we wanted to see when we've had a poor first over. I was hoping they'd go back to quicks, but that's an easy sweep for Stokes to get off the mark. Big century in the first session, which gave us the lead essentially. And this time we need him to see us home. That loss of the wicket Root could be crucial as they come around the wicket to Rory Burns. Bowled pretty straight though, and he's able to get it away. I love the leg side sweep off spin bowling, and I don't mind if it's 3 or 4 singles and over. It's enough to get the job done. England bring up 200. And with that, of course, Rory Burns moves on to 80 off 80 deliveries. Ben Stokes back on strike, and another single. Nathan Lyon, after that first ball, just not found his line. And we're getting closer. 116 to go. Rory Burns having a really good session here and a really good innings. I bet he wishes he could have had one of these in the Ashes. But what a single that is. 4 off the over. Burns on to 81. England 202 for 3. Finding a spinner easier than the seamer now. Well, it looks like our hope was short-lived. Cummins, again, we've had this a couple of times in this session. He's now switched back to over the wicket, onto leg stump, away on the leg side for 3. Or it should maybe be 2 because the fielder's getting round pretty quick. But one of the things I find frustrating is we've had odd overs. I think the 4th or 5th of this innings, Stark bowled a brilliant one. Cummins did the last over. And now they've switched back and made it easier. Don't get it. 2 more for Burns. England on to 204. They have got a couple more leg side fielders, but there's still a gap at mid-wicket here. And that's a short one. Just hooked away for a single. Almost more at a pull shot, but without the full swing. And England on to 205. Burns on 84. Stokes gets to face the seamer. Well, Stokes is fairly new at the crease, so plenty of space on the leg side. And the same problem, really, if we're being honest about it. They've just not bowled around the wicket enough. The first over was absolutely sublime. A wicket, another opportunity, and a couple of real scares on the outside edge. And now they've gone back to this again. That's what I don't understand about this game. The AI doesn't learn. It doesn't think, we've had a brilliant over, let's do that again. We're really threatening. Well, we're seeing the first of Green in this second innings. Did threaten a couple of times, but was quite easy to get away in the last session. And the same here, he spread the field, but we get it just fine of the fielder in the circle. And that'll be another 2 runs for Rory Burns, who looked really confident and really good at the minute. England into the 210s. Well, I thought it would be a couple of dot balls, but the shorter ball given as a wide, which seemed really harsh looking at it. But we get this one away on the leg side for a single, and Ben Stokes will get on strike. That's 4 off the over already, but little harsh on Green, that. Again, the gap square has been plugged, but space at mid-wicket. I'm really getting fooled by the slower balls though. Green into the 60s there. It's actually one of the quicker bowlers in real life. It's very strange that he's so slow in this game. Always bowling in the 70s or even high 60s. It's almost like a medium pacer. Short ball. We wait, we play it late, and Stokes might get it away for 4, but we know this outfield has been treacherously slow in the 3rd and 4th innings. So it's just going to be 3. It's got back on the rope, but a good way to move on. 216 for 3. 7 off the Green over, and Lyon continuing at this end. We get a big one away on the leg side, hits the silly fielder, but we do get through for a single. 217, the target 100 away now. Well, Burns back on strike, leaving outside off. We're now at the final ball of the over. The question is, as he misses that one to finish off the 35th, is the century in mind? 217 for 3 England, just 1 off the Lyon over. 2 balls left in the Green over, which is on for a maiden. Then one gets astray, straight onto the pads, and it's away on the leg side. Little pull shot, should be a couple. And Green does all his hard work out because bowling beautifully outside off, had one short one which was hooked to the fielder, and then does that. 2 easy runs, Stokes on to 12. And the final ball comes in. He continues around the wicket, better line, but still able to get it away. It's outside off, but I mentioned this in a couple of the comments. A lot of them are swinging in or cutting in. They're not balls that are meant to pull away and force the edge. It's a very difficult situation as we get 3 runs off it. Stokes on to 15. England 222 for 3. And here comes Nathan Lyon again, making it very difficult. That one's a poor ball though. Onto the leg side. It probably would have been a wide if we'd left it. But another single. Lyon still been very economical, but not threatening the wickets he got in the first innings. The single brings Burns back on strike, who generally is bowled a lot wider to. Apart from that one, which he didn't. But Burns moves on to 88. He's just starting to slow down as the century gets closer. But England on to 224. And importantly, the team target looks very attainable. Around the wicket again from Nathan Lyon. 2 off the first 3 balls. That'll be another. Just lost his line a little bit here. Couple of expensive overs in his 3 already. And with 2 balls left, we've already picked up 3 off the over, which we haven't been able to say often about Nathan Lyon here. That one's a little straight as well, but poor. Oh, how does that miss the stumps? Same old story, a very good over from Cam Green. Then he switches back to over the wicket to the left-hander. And the first shot's away for 2 runs. Why do they change when they find something that works? The whole thing that's always been the superstar in previous games of this series is that in Cricket 19, is that in Don Bradman 17, if it found a method that worked, it would stick with it. Here, we're just getting a switch back to something that we know doesn't work. And Stokes, I know he's stepping across a bit there, but it's at 70 miles an hour. He can easily walk across. And there's no fielders out there, so there's no deterrent if you edge it or you miss it. 2 balls left in the over for Green. This one back onto the stumps, and that was hit really well. I think that'll be 4 because it had enough pace, it had enough quality on it. It's 25 off 25 for Stokes, and it had been a couple of good balls before that. But England into the 230s, and the target is getting closer. I'm starting to think we're going to make it quite comfortably. As Green comes in for the final ball, still over the wicket. Fuller, easier for Stokes, and that's all we're learning. It's just to wait, because he's hit that away for 4 as well. And England finished the over on 237. Only 80 more runs to go. As Lyon comes in again to Rory Burns, I will say, for all the Australian issues with the bowling in the second innings, the pitch has held up really well for the end of day 4. We get another single from the sweep off Lyon. Burns on to 89. Just hope he gets his century. That's what we're waiting for now, as Nathan Lyon up to 14. His economy's gone up to nearly 2 here. It was 1 at the start of this session. That's a poor ball as well. Stokes easily gets it away for 1. On to 239. Better ball around the wicket to Burns last time. This one, though, too close to his pads. And it was too full as well. The fielder gets round, but nowhere near quick enough. The 240s have been entered, and Burns goes on to 90 himself. It brings Ben Stokes back on strike. Again, going at a much quicker rate than some of the other batsmen. That one is another easy one. And you can see it again. The right-handers are the only ones that have faced good bowling lines. So definitely something to work on for Australia and for Big Ant. 2 dot balls from Green so far. Ben Stokes gets that away though. Again, started well outside off stump, but swung in. It was almost like a leg cutter to try and come back into him. Look at the variation. It comes back in line with the stumps. It's a big shot away on the leg side, pulled with power by Stokes. And he moves on to 35. A bit like the first innings, just wants to get this done. And I think, bar maybe some of the stars, which we've seen here, as that one's not going to be a single, I think a lot of the England players are a little overrated technically. And I'm not saying Stokes and Root and the likes, but some of the other ones perhaps are. Well, 4 off each of the last 2 overs, and we're pretty happy with how things are progressing here. Burns is into the 90s. That's a poor one from Lyon. Don't know why his line's varied, because the first innings he was taking wickets galore. There's another single. Burns on to 91. England 246 for 3. Lyon into Stokes. They have left space at mid-wicket, so we can play it late like that, and we should be able to get a few more runs. That's going to go all the way to the boundary. It's a lovely shot to bring up 250 for England. Stokes onto 39, chasing a half century to add to his century earlier on. The fielder stayed the same. The delivery's just as poor. Not hit as well. I could have got a single there, but we're going to cancel it because it was a little bit tight for a moment. We're certainly not at a stage where we need to worry about run-outs and any sort of tight run, should we say, as it's 5 off the over there. Burns, again, so much time to step across. I don't get Green's pace on here. It seems very strange compared to real life. Burns gets another single, 8 to go for his century. As Stokes has been afforded acres of space on the leg side. But that's a good ball. It's edged. It's going to be caught. No. Just took a knock. Must have been on the half volley. Or not quite carried, because from the naked eye, it looked like it might be a catching opportunity. Dodgy ball there for Stokes, though. Let's try and make sure we get the next one right. It's a poor ball onto the leg pad, but it's edged. And Ben Stokes is out. And suddenly, there's a little bit of thinking to do. Because 251 for 4, and we've only got a couple more specialist batsmen left. And if we don't get runs with them, it could be a very, very squeaky finish just yet. We still need 66 runs. Johnny Bairstow will come in. After that, we've got Buttler, and then it's a tail. Cam Green in again, a little bit straighter to Bairstow. He's able to walk across to the slow ball and just hook it away on the leg side. 4 runs, a little too easy for the hardest game mode. I don't think you should be able to walk across, but it's the pace of the delivery that's causing it. Well, despite the wicket, we're in a good position. We only need 62 runs. That one's straight at Burns, who's still chasing that century. But with Lyon holding up an end, it is just slowing us down a little bit. So we've got to be quite cautious and careful, but we shouldn't be in any trouble really. Lyon has switched to over the wicket for the right-hander Jonny Bairstow. First one was very wide, second one was easy to sweep away. 257 for 4, 60 more to win. Well, Burns just left for the rest of the over. No risk for him with the position we're in, as Bairstow has played a lovely drive for extra cover. Should only be one, but it's a lovely shot. On to 6 for him, 258 for 4. Well, this could be a benefit. Yes, it's a wicket-taking option, the skipper Pat Cummins, but it is Nathan Lyon out of the attack. Big edge Bairstow. His pace is fooling us after the slower ones, but a one-bounce 4 to the rope over the wicket-keeper's head. We've been lucky with a couple of those. I guess on another day, we could be 6 or 7 down. Opened up the leg side again, but seems to be bowling a better line. Short ball's edged. Oh, we're in trouble now. This, after the last episode, is problematic. We still need 54 runs, I think it is. It is. And we are now 5 down. This is an England-style collapse. And the first time in this innings we've lost 2 wickets close together. Buttler now in on 0. Oh, this is going to be hard work. But look at it. As soon as they bowl outside off stump, that sort of line where you've got to be tempted to play, you've got to try and defend, you've got to try and play through the offside. That's where wickets tumble. That's where opportunities come. 2 balls left in the over. We've got to get back to leaving well. What's Cummins going to do? Wild ball. Should be a wide. Should be another run added, which is exactly what we need. It means still 2 balls left in the over. What are we going to get from Pat Cummins? Short ball, hooked away on the leg side. We needed that. An easy run, a single. 265 for 5. 52 to go. I bet you didn't think it'd be this tense. Well, Burns sees off the last ball to the drinks break. He's still close to that century, and he's now arguably the most important man. Mitchell Starc is back in though, and he's chosen to go over the wicket to the right-hander, which is a little bit of an odd choice. Ball's beautiful, but it is full, and it's played through the vacant mid-on area. It should be 2, might even be 3, depending on the pace of that fielder. It is going to be 3. Really needed runs. Buttler on to 4 off 4. England on to 268. The target is now less than 50. Starc continues over the wicket. This time to left-hander Rory Burns. It's a straight ball onto the leg stump though. All the hard work getting undone. And Cummins, Lyon and Green having such success. Why switch to the left-hander and then put them over the wicket to a lefty? 3 more runs into the 270s. And if this continues, I feel we're going to make it. It was only 2 runs, sorry, as Burns moves on to 95. No leg side fielders now. It's another straight ball. It's away beautifully from Burns. Should be at least 2 more. Might be 3. Had a little more power on it. It will be 3. 273 for 5. Burns 2 away from the century. Well, 5 dot balls, Rory Burns. The century is definitely playing on the mind here. We just need a really poor ball. I don't think we're going to get it though. Maiden, little edge at the end. 273 for 5 still. However, thankfully, Mitchell Starc is back over the wicket to Buttler, and there is space at that mid-on region again. Full, away by Buttler. Excellent shot. And if we can get closer to the total, it will take a lot of pressure off Burns. That should be 3 more, and it will bring the left-hander back on strike. England onto 276, 40 behind, 41 to win. Well, I wonder where this ball's going to go. It's a leg side that is completely vacant. Surely it's got to be outside off. It's not. It's full onto the feet. It's the perfect ball for Rory Burns in that situation. Doesn't connect perfectly. It'll only be 2, but he only needs 2. 100, a century for Rory Burns. A stunning effort. Got 35 odd in the first innings. Did decently. Only 9 fours and a lot of brilliant running. Good strike rate due to the early success. But since then, it's been a long, hard slog, and he's done really well. Well, a slightly different feel to Burns this time, but nice to see that he's hopefully feeling a bit more confident with the century wrapped up. That one's away. It was a full ball, had time to get across and premeditate. And it's going to go all the way, I think. Should be 4. Rory Burns gets his 10th boundary. England moving along nicely to 8-2 for 5. Just 35 runs to go. There is space on the leg side again. It's a terrible delivery. And it's going to be 1. Burns will keep the strike. England 283 for 5. Well, Pat Cummins, the skipper, has continued around the wicket to Burns. In this over... Oh, good shot on the leg side. Sorry, in this spell for Rory Burns against Pat Cummins, the economy has been about 2 and over. So Cummins bowling much better in terms of line, choosing over or around the wicket much better. And Burns gets a single there. 106, happy to be off strike. Lots of leg side space for Buttler though. Is the ball going to be one that he can get away? It is, it's straight. Doesn't get a good connection, but will run through for a single. Oh no. Oh, what a stupid, stupid decision that was. Rory Byrne past the 100 and run out. Oh, there was no need. That's so England batting that. 33 runs needed. Woakes joins Buttler. 2 new batsmen at the crease. 2 right-handers. This could become a slog. This could become very, very difficult. Short ball, hooked away well from Woakes. Again, swung him viciously, despite starting well outside off stump. Gets it away. Will it reach the boundary? It does. Chris Woakes has started in style, and my God, we needed it. 29 to win. Woakes on 4. Buttler continues to Mitchell Starc, who's going over the wicket, suiting the right-hander. Full ball, down the ground, through mid-on, where there's no fielder. Should be at least 3 because there's no fielder there. It was a short mid-wicket who's chasing all the way out. 7 runs off 2 balls. We needed that. Where's Woakes going? I didn't even call for that run. Buttler moves into double figures. 26 to go, 4 wickets to go. We have made some crazy decisions in this session. Full ball, away on the leg side. No fielder there. Should be another couple. Might be 3 again. We're going to try and sneak it if we can. We can. On to 294. 23 to go. Over the wicket to the right-hander again, Pat Cummins. That one straight though. Away on the leg side. Got to run hard. Got to get 2. And move us on to 296. We're just 20 behind now. And I know we're going quick. What was Woakes doing? He didn't get in his crease. Jeez, man. We can't afford to lose ones like that. We're doing badly enough. It's no longer a test match, is it? We are trying to get there quick before we lose the wickets. Australia are trying to bowl us out. We've thick-edged that. It might go all the way. It's 1 bounce. It's 4. It's a lucky escape. Woakes is a bit like Starc in the first innings. Edging things, glancing things, and getting big runs. 4 more added to the total. England bring up 300. 17 runs needed. Well, final ball of the over. We know it can't be a short one. There's space on the leg side. There's space through cover. It's a full ball. Oh, it's an awful shot. But it's dropped. Oh, my word. Mid-off drops it. Woakes should have been gone. And that would have been the definition of a grandstand finish. Starc coming back over the wicket. To Buttler. Short ball. Oh, nasty blow. Australia all over us here. We've got to find these runs from somewhere. 2 balls left in the over. Space down mid-wicket if it's leg stump. It is. It's a good shot from Buttler. Got caught on the front foot, but still going to get 2 runs. 15 to go. We desperately needed to stop the dot pressure. Why do they keep starting the 3rd run when I'm not asking for it? No idea. The fielder's gone back for Buttler here, so it's cover or mid-on. It's going to be mid-on. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely sublime shot down the ground. It's going to reach the rope. It needed to. We've got 11 runs to go. 306 for 6. Jos Buttler to the rescue. Now 5 dot balls from Hazlewood, who is bowling absolutely beautifully. That one's full. Oh, it's an LB shout. I don't know what it caught first. I've got a feeling it was the inside edge. Woakes, though, has seen out another maiden regardless. England still on 306. Pat Cummins back in for Mitchell Starc. And it's another right-hander over the wicket. Cummins got 2 wickets in this session already. There is space on the leg side, though. If any ball goes astray, Buttler will catch it like that. And that should be 2. Fielder's not quite there quick enough. 9 more to win. 9 more to go. Buttler on to 18. Second ball of the over. Space on the leg side if we can find it. Another poor ball. Just drifted and swung in towards the stumps. Might all the way that it is. Really good shot from Buttler. England onto 312 for 6. 4 more to tie, 5 more to win. Cummins continues over the wicket. Buttler waiting for one on the stumps like that. That is a very good shot. It's got plenty of power. It's going to be 4. We need 1 more. Well, the over finishes because the fielders are desperately trying to prevent a single. We need something we can defend away. Oh, it's edged. Oh, he's out. Oh, no, not like this. Chris Woakes has edged off Hazelwood. And with 1 run needed, we've lost another wicket. Stuart Broad is coming in. Oh, don't do this to me. Well, Broad sees off the over. Buttler back on strike, and you feel a lot rests on him now. Can he get one away between the fielders? He does. Between the two on the leg side from Jos Buttler. We'll run 3 to make the scoreline look more emphatic. But it is 3. Oh, it's gone for 4 anyway. 320 for 7. England have won. And Jos Buttler is the hero in the end. My word, we made hard work of that. 5 wickets lost. 1 with the final one as well. And that is absolutely incredible. We get the achievement for playing the Ashes Test match. But Joe Root is man of the match. I'm not sure. Is it just because he got a few runs and wickets? So he got 1 wicket in the first innings. Scored 38. But he didn't really bat well, did he? He got 3 wickets in the second innings. And then got out for 8. When we've got 2 Centurions, one of them was not out. When we've got 2 bowlers that got 4 wickets, 1 in each innings. Nathan Lyon was economical. That doesn't make any sense. Why on earth is Joe Root player of the match there? With the greatest of respect to him. But England win by 3 wickets. It was a lot more tense than we intended. But we did get there. Stuart Broad had to come out to bat. We didn't expect that at the start of the session. But his victory at the end of day 4 and the 12th session for England against Australia. Let's be honest, bar the 11th session, the last episode, this was a brilliantly poised test match. And one session where the bowling lines from Australia were just awful and the fields weren't set to match has cost them. Apart from that, it was a really good test match. So 11 sessions where Cricket 22 delivered a bit and 1 where it let us down. But that one is the one that's won us the test match. If you did enjoy the episode and the series though, please do chuck a thumbs up on it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it, how you're getting on if you're playing the game. I've got to say career mode has been really good fun so far and the updates have massively improved it. Just that one session that really frustrated me. If you want to stay up to date with everything else on the channel, please do subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. Daily videos from FM22 continue at 3:30 today. Then hopefully later in the year there's a new snooker game to look forward to. The Winter World Cup from the footballing world as well. And hopefully the Ashes will be over quickly without too much more humiliation. But thank you very much for watching this series, for checking out Cricket 22 with me. And hopefully I'll see you for the FM videos. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.